Good governance is the bedrock of any society with a functional system, and the military must play a pivotal role in producing such a system. And this is part of the views shared by retired Commodore Akitomide Olamilokun in one of the books he authored, which was launched in Lagos today. The author, who is also a former director in Navy education, believes that the military has to contribute intellectually to the political discourse in the country.
Leadership is very important in anything you are doing. In fact, one of the reasons we have problem in Nigeria is leadership. A good leader will have some habits that are definitely going to make him perform well. He should be diligent, must have integrity. Sometimes he must be able to think outside the box. There are other habits, but these are basic ones. Must have good sense of judgment. The book you've just talked about really treated civil-military relations. That book explains it, and it tells you that there must be harmonious relationship between the military on one hand and the civilian on the other. The military must also subjugate its power to be under the political authority. It is not conventional for coup to take place. It's no longer fashionable. Every soldier must learn to obey the military leader as well as the political leader.
In Anambra State, Governor Willie Obiano has commissioned the new permanent orientation camp for the National Youth Service Corps members in Awka South local government area. Apart from accommodating the Corps members, the governor explains that the camp can generate about 300 direct jobs and over 1,000 indirect jobs.
This edifice is the new permanent orientation camp for members of the National Youth Service Corps in Anambra State. The structure will accommodate an estimated 3,000 Corps members posted to Anambra State for the mandatory 3 weeks orientation program, a part of the compulsory 1-year service. Governor Willie Obiano, in company of the Minister of Youth and Sports Development, commissions the facility.
I will commission this in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
The State Director of the NYSC, Mr. Kehinde Aremu, confirms the clean health status of the Corps members.
I want to assure you that all the prospective Corps members and all other entrants into this orientation camp were thoroughly screened and certified free from COVID-19. We have also taught and imbibed all known best practices that will prevent its outbreak and or spread in our midst.
While the governor maintains that infrastructural development in Anambra is always based on economic importance, the minister commends him for investing in youth development.
I want to thank you because you are investing not just in brick and mortar, not just in roads and buildings, but you are making the best investment in our youth. Those on the camp here and the youth of Anambra who are in different skills acquisition center. I want to thank you, Your Excellency, and assure you that your investment will stand the test of time, will be a legacy that will be remembered.
The orientation camp is expected to cater for 300 direct jobs and over 1,000 indirect jobs. That is the essence of our investment in this project. Apart from the fact that it will be a comfortable place to pull together men and women who are serving their fatherland for a mandatory period of 1 year. My advice to all of you is to be an effective participator in this program.
The present Batch A Stream 2 set of Corps members will be the first set to use the facility after its inauguration.
The British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Mrs. Katerina Lang, is advocating skills development for girls to attain economic independence. Mrs. Lang said this at the launch of the Not for Sale campaign in Abuja, emphasizing that economic independence will discourage them from seeking greener pastures abroad. The campaign is a collaboration between the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons and the United Kingdom's Department for International Development.
Daily, hundreds of girls are trafficked outside the shores of the country, with promises of helping them get better means of livelihoods abroad. But these promises often fail them and they end up being used as sex slaves, domestic servants, or forced into marriages, which most times lead to death.
The people who are trafficked themselves.
But the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons is synergizing with the government of the United Kingdom to sensitize young women on the dangers associated with such promises.
The idea of the Not for Sale campaign started in March 2019 with the objective of strengthening the social resilience of young Nigerians to say no to human traffickers and smugglers of migrants. Another objective of the project was to identify young Nigerians who, despite the laws and harmful attraction of the scourge of human traffickers, have resisted this path, but chosen to stay back in Nigeria and contribute to the progress and development of our fatherland. The Not for Sale simply means that the Nigerian youth, or any Nigerian, is not a piece of merchandise and cannot be sold.
The British government has over the years been partnering with NAPTIP to reduce the trend of human trafficking. At this launch in Abuja, the British High Commissioner highlights how previous collaboration with NAPTIP is yielding results and why the campaign must also capture young vulnerable men.
We need an end-to-end approach. So we start with prevention, trying to stop young girls, women, and indeed young boys, and let's not forget that. Young boys are also open to exploitation, being sucked into this horrible career path, or if you can call it a career path, this way of life at all. And that has two components. It has the communications campaigning component, and it has the alternative livelihoods component. As well as working on deeper behaviour change, trying to understand why people are sucked into this in the first place.
Human trafficking remains a global challenge, but experts believe that intergovernment collaborations, with special focus on sensitization and skills development for young girls, should reduce the trend.
In Edo State, the government says it has shot famous Faithland Orphanage for allegedly selling a baby girl for over 1.7 million naira. The operational license of the facility has also been seized. The State Commissioner for Social Development and Gender Issues, who led other officials of the ministry and security agencies to the facility, served a letter of notice to the orphanage located at the quarters in Ikuba Hill, Benin City. The commissioner told journalists that the state government frowns at all forms of human trafficking and abuse, adding that children who are gifts from God should never be traded as commodities. She adds that the state government will continue to monitor the operation of orphanages and those found wanting will be dealt with.